Okay, hopefully you can hear me, but I'm on my bike ride at the moment, and I was thinking to myself, um, um, so this summer I'm getting a temporary second job. It's just a seasonal job at I putt, which is mini golf. If you guys don't know what that is, um, so I'm changing my work schedule obviously to fit in both jobs, and of course, I have to change my split because of it to make things, a little bit easier. But this is my split idea that I'm thinking of. Okay, start off with the week. Sunday is going to be endurance training, heavy cardio day, no strength training. It's just, other than cardio, complete rest day from any weights, any exercise besides any type of endurance. Biking, walking, cycling, whatever it may be. Monday, push. Tuesday, pull. Wednesday, legs. Thursday, complete rest day. No exercise, no cardio, no strength training. Passing the road there. Thursday, complete rest day. No strength training, no endurance training, no cardio, no nothing. Complete rest. Just worrying about getting in carbs, protein, and 8 hours of sleep and water that day, fully recover best I can. Then Friday would be arms, and I'm gonna do shoulders again twice a week because I'm starting to notice my shoulders seem to be lacking a bit. So I'm gonna do them twice a week, and I'm gonna do them properly because frequently I won't do proper shoulder exercises. By that I mean I won't, push myself to my limit completely. I'll just kind of give up. I do not like shoulders, but god damn it, am I gonna start doing them right. Especially so I can get my left shoulder to gain the same size as my right one here. Anyway, so Friday, arms and shoulders. Saturday, chest and back, and then forearms, like usual. And then, repeat back to Sunday, heavy cardio, just endurance training / rest. Then repeat. So it's kind of like, it's almost like a PPLX Arnold split, except I'm not technically not strength training my legs twice a week. However, at the same time, if you consider it endurance training, almost any type of endurance training, almost, not every type, you would be using your legs and your core. So my thought is, especially because most of my cardio training or endurance training would be cycling, which uses your quads a lot. So I would be building muscle mass and usable muscle in my legs. I would be training my cardiovascular system so my heart can take, a good beating, and I can, have good stamina for exercises. Of course, I'll do different, endurance training, cycling, walking, eventually running, hiking, I don't know what else there is. There's a lot, but so technically I would be training my legs twice a week, and also my core technically twice a week, at least mostly direct, because if I go cycling, that uses your core. You use your core to balance yourself while bicycling, especially if you are like me in riding without your hands, so you can learn how to balance better on a bike and how to properly use a bike. So anyway, I think that's what my split's gonna be. and it is basically a PPLX Arnold split, which is my favorite split. It is the best split, honestly. But yeah, I'm gonna see you guys at the gym. This is gonna be I guess the intro to my video, and I'll talk to you guys more on my way to the gym. I still got a good ways to go. Maybe another 30 minutes I should be home, but yeah. Okay, so picking back up where I left off on the whole split thing, how I'm doing, Sunday endurance training, Monday push-pull legs, Thursday complete rest, no exercise at all, Friday arms and shoulders. I'm doing shoulders twice a week now instead of just once a week, and then chest back Saturday, and then just repeat Sunday heavy endurance. But yeah, going back to that, shoot, what was I gonna say? Damn, I don't remember. Man, I had a thought, and I can't remember on what I was gonna say on that. Oh my! I got done with my bike ride. It's 15 miles, hour and a half, burned about 1,000 calories, I think. I mean, not bad. That's almost that's about like almost 11 miles in an hour, which honestly, I consider that pretty damn good. What are they doing? Wood chipping something? I don't know. But yeah, so Sunday. Oh, you know what? I remember. Okay, so I'm still gonna do cardio, obviously. Every day I do actually exercise and work out and go to the gym and whatnot. I'm going to still do my cardio. It's just Sunday, I'm going to go heavy cardio, and, do endurance training. Because I don't want to just, do strength training. I want to not only have be strong, but I also want to have a usable and functional body on what it's meant to do. Because, you can strength train, yeah, that'll build up your, your muscle mass, you'll be stronger, general life will be a tad bit easier for you. But if you want to get the absolute most out of your body, you, at the very least, need to strength train, endurance train, which is cardio, and you also should be stretching too. If you do both, or not both, but all three, if you do all three, strength train, endurance, cardio, and then and you stretch on a daily basis, with rest, and you get your proper nutrition in and your water and whatnot. If you do all that, then not only will you be stronger, but everyday life, doing almost anything, becomes a million times easier. And if it's something you stick with all the way up until you're in old age, you'll be a healthy 60, 70, 80-year-old, you won't have trouble, getting up from the toilet or from the chair. Everyday life will be easier for you. You might not have to rely on a cane or a walker or something, because a lot of those people, those older people, as you get older, if you don't use your muscles, your body just okay, we don't need them. So you lose muscle mass, and because you lose muscle mass, you lose strength, and strength doesn't, it's not like the what's the word am I looking for? Strength training is not just to be stronger, it's to be stronger, but between lifting things and also everyday strength. You need muscles in order to function, and some of those people, like I said, they lose their muscle mass as they age because a lot of people don't exercise and work out, and it becomes harder. Yes, you can still regain it back, yes, you can still grow muscle when you're old, but it becomes harder the more you age, obviously, just due to the fact, you have to start from like if you're gonna work out as like an 80-year-old, you haven't worked out who knows how long, or ever for that matter, you're gonna have a lot more trouble trying to like exercise and become healthier and fitter, because you've lived so long with possibly a weak cardiovascular system. You weren't the strongest, and you've had just general like joint problems, muscle problems, whatever. You're gonna have a lot of a harder time starting versus someone in their 20s, or even as a teenager, starting to go to the gym. If you build that habit and you stick with it your whole life will be easier to go through on a daily basis. And that's the kind of health I'm achieving, and hoping for and wishing for and wanting. I don't want just like strength, like, oh, I could tell people, oh, I bench 225, I squat 315 and deadlift 405, which none of that is really true besides benching, but I haven't done that in a couple months. I don't want to be able to tell, like, sure, yeah, I want to tell people that, like, oh yeah, I'm strong, I can move some fucking weight. But I also want to be able to tell people, oh, I just biked 50 miles the other day, and today I'm gonna go for a 20-mile run, and then next week I'm gonna go for a personal best and shoot for 60-mile bike ride, or go for a 3-hour hike, and be able to like tell people too, like, oh yeah, I haven't had joint problems and since I was however old, because I stretch on a daily basis. So my joints are healthy, my muscles are happy, my body's functional, and everything's great. And that's what I'm trying to be able to get to. And honestly, I think, and personally, I feel like that's the absolute best health you could be in, between strength train, endurance train for your cardiovascular system, because that is very, very important. Especially because if you have a weak one, you can risk heart attack, strokes, you might have high cholesterol, high blood pressure, whatever. If you have a good cardiovascular system, you most likely won't have to worry about that, and your lungs will be a lot stronger. So, if you're a big smoker, or used to be, or whatever, if you endurance train and you have a good cardiovascular system, breathing will be easier for you, even if you are still currently smoking. I mean, I can't give you... Oh, that's an old car. That's nice. What is that? I'm not sure. But yeah, I can't say from personal experience, because I am not a smoker. I'm not a nicotine addict or vape kind of person. I've tried it, don't like it at all. I cannot tell you from experience. However, it is fact that if you have a good cardiovascular system, whether or not you're a smoker, tobacco user, whatever, breathing will be easier for you than if you just didn't, train your cardiovascular system. And the gym's busy. Of course it is. It wasn't earlier, and now it is. Just my luck. Yeah, so, that's that. But yeah, that's the kind of health I want to be in. I do feel like that's the best kind of shape you can be in. Be strong, be able to, use your body weight, and also, do more than just your body weight. Strength strain, stretching is very important. Stretching keeps your joints healthy. Stretching keeps your body from being tight and, constricting muscles and putting things out of place where they shouldn't go. Like how I have going on with my feet at the moment. My Achilles tendon and calves, apparently I had no idea. I mean, I knew that I was in pain, but I had no idea that's what it was from. But my Achilles tendon and calves are so tight that they are pulling on the muscles, the tendons in my feet, and completely fucking up the shape. So that would explain why I'm in pain most of the time that I'm standing or walking, or when I wake up and have like stiff feet, and like just everything hurts. It's from something called neuroma, and I'm guessing from lack of stretching. So now I did go to a podiatrist, and they told me, stretch your calves. They gave me this little paper. I already knew how to, but they gave me the paper. And it stretches your calves and your Achilles tendon, and to do it as much as you can throughout the day, for a good month. And then after that, you just continually still do it, just not as frequent. And then, I'm gotta go back in 2 weeks for another anti-inflammatory shot in my foot. I don't know if it's like a steroid shot or something. I'm not really sure, but it's an anti-inflammatory, and then they gave me some kind of medicine to take for it. But if I were to stretch on a daily basis, and if that was something I used to do, like when I was younger, I most likely wouldn't have these problems I do today with my feet, which can be corrected because it's literally all it is. It's just from my muscles being so tight, they're so tight and intertwined. It's like they're constricting things, moving things around in the skeletal system where it shouldn't be, and now my foot's all out of whack. And but that can be corrected through stretching, and that's why I'm saying it's super important. Strength train, endurance train, and stretch. And if you can do calisthenics too, to be able to handle your own body weight, even better. And that is something I'm working on. That's something I'm working towards, is to be able to, use my body weight, and be able to understand it, and, not have issues doing push-ups, squats. I mean, those things I don't. Pull-ups, muscle-ups, anything involving your core, like planks, whatever. Jumping even, functional training. That's another thing. Which, basically functional training, that's a lot of, I don't even know what the exact definition is on functional training. Like, if there's a set thing of, I don't know, whatever. But, I would consider strength training, endurance, and then stretching, I would consider that functional. I feel like that's functional training. So I don't know if that's what functional training actually is, if it's just made up of those. In calisthenics, I don't know, but yeah, that is another thing though. Calisthenics. Those 4 things, that's the 4 things I'm trying to do and work on. And that's how I'm going to continue my fitness journey, not just purely strength train and build muscle mass. Like, I want the benefits of all 4. And honestly, if you just do a little bit at a time, a little bit each week, a little bit each day, it's eventually you'll build the micro habits, then the macro habits, until it becomes permanent and it's just a lifestyle and you don't even think about it. So, but hey, we're at the gym. We're going to go hit biceps, triceps, and maybe shoulders. I don't know. They still feel kind of funky from when I did them on Tuesday. Because I did standing shoulder press, and like I was trying to say earlier, I don't really work out my shoulders as much as I should, at the very least properly. So doing standing shoulder presses, it killed my shoulders, and it killed my obliques and part of my lat, and this whole area, it's still sore, pretty bad. But obliques, from the fact you gotta, you're pulling yourself this way because the weight's over here, or vice versa. So, you gotta stabilize yourself with your core, then you gotta, you do your actual shoulder pressing movement. But anyway, so yeah, maybe shoulders, maybe not, I don't know, probably not. Triceps and biceps for sure though, so let's get it. Okay, let's see. Is that better? Nah, I'm just gonna keep them off. It's not dark enough for that. Okay, successful, amazing arm day, I will say. It was weird. So, in a good way. So, like, halfway through, I was starting to feel a little bit tired. Like, oh, maybe this isn't a good idea. Maybe I should just go home. Yada 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 yada. Okay. And then just something just clicked, just snapped, and I went from having zero energy, no bueno, no, to having like special sniffing, special sugar. It was I had energy like I was on that. Yeah, I've never ever and never will, never been on it, never will, never touch it, never going to. But the energy I have right now feels like it. If I could, if that's how I assumed it felt like. I still have energy, and it's like not even 9 o'clock. It's like 8:47. So I don't know how I'm gonna go to sleep. Like, I feel like I could keep going, but physically I'm checked. I am checked out. I am clocked out, and I left the building. Physically, I am whooped, and I need some carbs and protein and sleep and recovery, water, salt, electrolytes, just the whole 9 yards, really, just so I can recover properly and hopefully be able to do chest and back tomorrow. I don't know about back. Back, I am very unsure of, because my lats. Remember when I said I was doing the standing shoulder presses? Well, that uses like your right side, or both sides, I should say, your obliques. And I think my lats were involved somehow, due to the fact my lats feel sore, and I haven't really worked out back since Monday. So, I'm not really too sure on back. Back, I might just skip. My chest should be okay. It doesn't really feel sore. I don't really think I went that hard in chest when I did it on Tuesday, when I was doing like some calisthenics mixed with a little bit of weightlifting. I believe I did post that video. I didn't have like an intro or outro or anything. It was just me working out, so I put some background music in there. But I do believe that is posted. Yeah, so I should be able to do chest tomorrow, and if not, might just make tomorrow a rest day. I don't know. We're gonna see. I want to at least try and work out for one more day. In terms of like cycling, that's not happening. My legs are shot, so I think I've successfully killed my legs without having to actually do a leg day, just from biking like 30, like 40, like 50 some miles, like just in the past few days, which is a lot of miles. And I probably shouldn't have gone today, but I did, because I really wanted to. It was a very nice day, and I wanted to do something, and I wanted to go on a bike ride. So, as much as I probably shouldn't have, I was fine, but now my legs are killed. They are bad. So it's like, oh, that's really interesting. There's synchronized numbers. I got license plate 4, I'm not going to say the other 3 letters, but 4411 for the numbers, and then 2255 on the other car. That's interesting. That's very interesting. Okay, what was I saying? Shoot, I don't know. Oh, yeah. So, yeah, I don't know. Maybe chest tomorrow. Probably chest. I just don't want to skip like 3 days, and there's not anything I can do. My legs are shot, like I said, from cycling like 50 some miles just in these past few days, couple days. So not happening in terms of that. Same with walking, obviously, just because you're still using your legs. So cardio, probably not going to do cardio. And honestly, I have a lot of active zone minutes on my Fitbit. And what that means is that there was multiple minutes. I would have to look on the exact number of what I have so far this week, but multiple minutes where your heart rate was above a certain number. So there's fat burn, and then there's the cardio one. It tracks both. So when your heart rate stays in the fat burn zone for however many minutes, that's a cool bike. And then, you know, however long your heart stays in the cardio state, or the cardio zone for however many minutes. So, you know, from like the 50 some miles, I feel like I definitely got my cardio in for the week. Again, I don't really want to skip it. I actually like doing it when I'm cycling, not, you know, like sitting there on a treadmill or on a bike in the gym, and it's just not fun. I like seeing nature and outdoors and riding a physical, actual bike and not just a machine. So yeah, so anyway, probably no cardio tomorrow because my legs. Back, nah. Chest, probably. I don't want to skip 3 days. That's my only thing. I'm gonna rest Saturday and Sunday, and Sunday I might go for a bike ride, but we will see. Excuse me. Now I'm gonna go home, go shower, and go grub and go to bed, cause you need 8 hours of sleep if you want muscles. Woohoo! Go crazy, man. I told you I'm bouncing off the walls. Not at the moment, but in my head I'm bouncing off the walls because I got all this mental energy from all the adrenaline from the gym, and I didn't even take pre-workout either. I had zero pre-workout. I don't know, man. I don't know where this energy even came from. I didn't take nothing. I had like a little lick of salt, a little lick of some salt for quick electrolytes, and that was it. I could not get that out for the life of me. And yeah, that's it. I did not take like any actual pre-workout or nothing, so I don't know where all this energy just like came out of nowhere. I don't know. Anyway, I'm about to be home. I'll turn these lights on so you guys can see. I'm about to be home. I'm gonna edit this video, upload it tonight. I'll tweet about it tomorrow morning after I wake up, because the video takes a while to upload. It takes a couple hours because I'm using my phone. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care, stay safe, and good morning, good evening, or good night, whatever time you're watching this. If you're watching this at 3 in the morning, what are you doing? Go to bed. You're being silly. Silly mongoose. You need 8 hours of sleep if you want gains. I literally just said that a few minutes ago. Jesus. But yeah, see you guys in the next video, and take care. Goodbye.